Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually doing a contest entry and this is for George Allen's channel. I actually was introduced to George through my good YouTube friend Sam St. John. And what George is doing is he has a contest going on currently where he has asked us to show 3 to 5 artists that are singer-songwriters in the folk, country, pop, rock genres, and of course subscribe to his channel to be entered into the contest. As I record this, George is currently at 398. This is a push to 400. So if you're watching this, I know I have far fewer subscribers, but I would kindly ask that at least 3 of you please go over, check out George Allen's channel. That's George A-L-A-N, and let's get him over 400. So let me show the 5 albums that I've selected. And I've seen a number of these videos by other people already, and I tried to pick some that I don't think others have chosen yet. Although I could be wrong, didn't know it to happen before. I'm going to do these kind of chronologically, I think. And let's start back in the 60s with Melanie Safka, who went by the single name of Melanie. She really was a hit at Woodstock. She's a singer-songwriter that is actually, or should be, better known than just as the singer-songwriter for Brand New Key or even Lay Down Candle in the Wind. As fantastic as these songs are, particularly the latter one, she's got a number of spectacular songs, including Beautiful People, The Good Book, What Have They Done to My Song Ma, which is actually on this album. And she's more recently in the 2000s, I want to say somewhere around 2008, maybe 9, she had an album that included a song called Summer of Love. And it basically is sort of reminiscing about those days, the glory days, if you will, of the hippies, and what they were kind of going through, and the slogans they had. What if they gave a war and nobody came? And I love Melanie. Next, we'll move into the 70s. And this is actually an individual who became a solo artist after his group broke up. He was actually in 2 famous groups in the 60s, one of them being Buffalo Springfield, and the other being CSN, and sometimes Y, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Stephen Stills may very well be my favorite of the 4 of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Absolutely love Stephen Stills. Absolutely love this album. This is from 1975. And I don't think I need to say much about Stephen Stills. I think everybody is familiar with him. If you're not familiar with his solo work beyond, Love the One You Were With and songs like that, check him out. Now we'll go into some CDs that I have. Still in the mid-70s, another singer-songwriter, fantastic singer-songwriter, Mr. James Taylor. And I'm showing you the album Gorilla. I think this is one of his truly fantastic albums. This has got a number of hits on it. How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. Mexico, Music, Gorilla. I mean, all of these, Angry Blues, fantastic album. Then we move into 1976. Another fantastic singer-songwriter, Mr. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, one of his obviously more famous studio albums. And a lot of people obviously are familiar with the songs on this album, Year of the Cat being the most obvious one. On the Border, Lord Granville, they're just Midas' Shadow. I mean, there's so many fantastic songs on this album. And but again, you know, if you're only familiar with this, check out some of his other albums. This album was produced by Alan Parsons. Always does a fantastic job with production. Al Stewart. And last but not least, somebody that you may not be familiar with. And this is now going to jump beyond the 80s, beyond the 90s, into the 2000s. Talking about Dorothy Dar Williams. Dar Williams is a folk artist from Mount Kisco, New York, actually, where I believe Caitlyn Jenner was born. But I digress. Dar Williams has played a lot of, folk concerts. She's played Lilith Fair. She's played with a number of other musicians, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Sharon Colvin, others like that. And her music is sort of in that vein. So take a listen. So those are my 5 albums and CDs that I wanted to show. I want to thank George for running this contest. I've already subscribed, and I thought, got to make the video to have an entry. So here I am, and I look forward to seeing your future content, George. I hope that you not only reach 400, but pass that very quickly and move up towards 500. And I wish everyone out there well. And as I always say at the end of my videos, stay well. And remember, if the music strikes a chord, let it play.